Guys, I'm not sure if I've shown you this bike. I know we've talked about it, and I know when problems arose, we may have talked about it some more. It's probably a good time to give you a quick first look at this 1983 Honda Sabre V45 750. This is the first year, I'm sorry, this is the second year of the V45 Sabre. First year was 82, and it's the sibling to the Magna. So we have the same V45 engine, the 750 engine, and they're putting about the same horsepower out. So probably looking at about 80 horsepower, supposedly 82, but can you believe what you read on the internet? I don't know. But we'll do specs and all that once I look them up. But this bike was purchased and ridden home. And the only thing that I noticed when I test rode it was she was shutting off on low idle, and then we found out that it was leaking here at the filter. So I actually bought it from a guy at a motorcycle shop, and he really didn't do anything with it and decided to resell it. So put in a new filter. Luckily it's not leaking now, but it's a pretty clean unit. The let's see, it only has 25,000 miles, and the only thing I don't love is obviously this. I guess this was done, the housing's cracked a little bit, not a big deal, but the fan switch was bypassed, so I don't know if the thermostat failed or what, but you got to turn the fan on and off manually. But it is liquid cooled, so you technically don't need the fan all the time. It will, well, just watch your temp if you have it off. You can leave the fan on all the time, but it's not, I don't know what's the best thing to do. But she's a pretty good looking bike, and other than the exhaust that fell apart on me, it's been pretty good rider. I do have videos replacing the exhaust, so I'll get them edited and get them up to you. But yeah, it's a quick look on the V45 Sabre from 1983. You'll notice dual brakes on the front. They are dual piston right and left brakes. In the rear we still have a drum brake. And yeah, the exhaust, those mufflers are looking pretty sweet, at least from the outside. They're a little rusty on the inside, but who can see that? I did have to put an all new exhaust on because it was all junk. So this seat did not come on the bike. This is an extra seat I had. It was obviously recovered by somebody. I do have a nice seat on my other Sabre, and I have another seat coming for the other Sabre, so this one might be a spare. So anyway, that's your look at the 83 V45 Sabre. It is a 750, as I keep saying, and it's in pretty good shape. We're going to take it for a spin and see if all the bugs are worked out, and she's good to go again. Give you a start up here. See, I had it running a little bit ago. Do I need choke? I don't know. I guess not. It's running through all the checks. Everything passed. No warning lights. Fuel gauge. Temperature gauge. Everything's electronic. 1983, they were trying to be all futuristic on us. She has a nice purr. If anybody thinks this needs a valve adjustment, let me know. I'm not real familiar with that. I've never done one, but tick sounds a little higher than my 82 Magna, so maybe I need to do a valve adjustment. Let me know if it sounds like that in the comments. But she has a nice little roar. Little rumble there. What's the other thing I was going to tell you? Yeah, everything's electronic. You have your clock. Clock there. It's all dirty. But the nice thing about this, it has a fuel gauge, but it also has a fuel petcock with a reserve. So if you get low, I didn't realize when I first had this out, this gauge gets down to about 1 bar, 2 bar, well, somewhere in the 1 or 2 bars, and then it shuts off. But you still have your reserve, so you can switch over the reserve and keep going. I didn't know, I thought this would give me like a warning light that it was getting low, but it didn't. And I was able to switch over to reserve and get going again. So I was never stranded. Alright guys, I'm gonna go take it for a spin.